Greetings, Saloon. Welcome back to the cozy zombie apocalypse here on Project Zomboid. We're about to head out to a new adventure. It's been a few days since the last update, but you know, honestly, not much has happened. I've spent a lot of time using the time in October, where fishing was still good, to fill up our freezer with various fish that we caught. Also some rabbits from the trapping, various farming produce. So we are well stocked for the cold season. Although technically, so there's no impact on crops growing in the winter times. It's really just, the only thing affected is fishing sucks between November and February, I think. From March on, it's good again. But let me just give you a quick section of fun with mods. So I was looking, we have all these books for the weapon skills, and I'm kind of don't want to use them all because I think they're a little bit strong, but with the restriction of trying to keep all my skills at the same level, I was going to use it for like spear, short blade, long blade, because we don't find many, and short blunt. Those, they're a little bit harder to catch up. So I was looking for this, and I'm like, okay, there's blunt and long blunt. Okay, let's read the blunt book. And suddenly it gave me a lot of skill points for long blunt and boosted me to level 6 with the XP I had from all our baseball bat action. And I'm like, what the hell? I read the blunt book, and then I looked into the tooltip here for the long blunt books, and it says book title, tooltip, book title, small blunt for intermediates. And I'm like, seriously? They flipped it around and nobody noticed? Yeah, so that was Fun with Mods section number 1. Fun with Mods section number 2. You might notice we have a garage door here now. It is, this is now actually inside. So I gathered all the materials, stood in the right position, clicked to build a door, and no door appeared, and it ate my materials a second time. So I then decided to just restart the game with the cheat menu mod enabled, and use the cheat menu to put the door in, and then disabled the cheat menu mod again. So we still lost double the materials to build it, but now it's done. And so yeah, so word of warning, as much as I like Greggy's garage doors, there is some sort of wonkiness where it sometimes doesn't work. Like this one worked first try. I don't think I did anything differently. I have no idea what the deal is. What else? Yeah, then after that, but I'm not sure if it was related to that, the option to repair car parts when I was in the mechanics interface disappeared. So I was no longer able, if I go to mechanics and right-click, for example, on the hood, to repair it with metal sheets and a propane torch and everything. So after testing around with it, with a bunch of different things, I decided ultimately, and I installed the Easy Car Repair mod, and then it appeared again, the repair option. But then, of course, it allows me to repair any part. So previously, I needed to hunt for, suspensions on other cars. Basically, I'm trying to limit myself to only do the repairs on things that you can also repair in the vanilla game, but I'm no idea why it disappeared. You might also see, so I added some additional armor here on the SUV, the windshield, and also on the on a semi-truck, and we are out of metal pipes now, so we need to do another metal trip. You might notice there's some solar panels up here. So if we open the status window here, it says it's charged in 1 day. Battery reserves are good for 14 hours. So our current status is that we have our output from the 11 panels we have is 285.3 ampere hours, I think. And our total power consumption is 248. So we have a little bit of surplus that charges the batteries. But then, of course, during night time, the batteries decharge. I hope like 40 surplus during the day. I don't think that's actually going to be enough to then last through the full night. Well, it's going to be enough with the current status, I'm a little bit concerned. Now there is, you can kind of connect the generator as a backup. And yeah, this is our radius, so we're, you know, not hitting the corner there, but that's fine. But cannot see the details. Okay. You need a, so you can get a backup generator connected, but without the failsafe, as I understand, it doesn't really help you much. And the failsafe basically requires a remote controller version 3, which you need electrical skill of 6 for to build it. So that's not gonna happen. You might notice a remote controller V2 here, and yes, I did go ahead and get that going. So I'm just gonna say, surely we're gonna have enough power here to last through a short trip. So I don't intend to do a really long trip to another town. So I kind of looked around the map a little bit. I wanted a small target with the main goal being get windows, because we're still missing like 16 windows all over the place. And I think that was the main target last time, and I didn't really follow it thoroughly. So surely this time around, nothing will go wrong with that plan. I forgot. I thought I was fully prepared here, but apparently I'm not. I want some backpacks. Yep, close the door. So we can then put the windows in the backpacks, put the backpacks on the seats, and hopefully still have enough room. And the other objective is we're gonna tow a second car back home. I wanna get a nice car. Get something fancy here. This is my declared goal. This is not me getting distracted from the actual goal. Right, we're still 2 over. Let's put one of the bottles back. And let's just say 3 magazine is enough. And we're gonna test out a little bit of shooting here with the Mini 14 and see how that goes. So what is the target, you might ask? So I was thinking, even though it is a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but you know, not a modded map, I want to head to this area, which I think is generally referred to as Doe Valley. So we have just, you know, a couple residential houses, like 10 houses, a few shops here, a gas station, a garage, a restaurant, military surplus store. But yeah, so I think the goal for the first day is going to be to secure one of the houses that we can use as base, then clear out the whole area, and then loot everything. And I'm assuming it's going to be like maybe 4 days to clear this all, grab all the stuff that I want, and then get out. So I was looking, we can either try to get into one of these houses, or if I want to be more careful about this, stage out here. I think we should be able, well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how busy that area is, honestly. Let's set out. We also already spent like half a day here just waffling around the base. But man, the future is now. But yeah, I assume... Oh, the other thing I want to pick up is a few outdoor lights, which we can then install indoor, because we don't have any lights. And you can't install lights like you have in the pre-placed buildings. So you need to kind of pick up the outdoor lights from houses, and then you can put them into your rooms. A couple, 2 or 3 zombies here, okay. Let me just have a quick look on the map. Okay, now we're still back here. Yeah. Okay, fine. There is a path there, okay. Let me actually have a quick look. Checking out the parking lot at the old church. Not as exciting as I expected it to be. Now, the main thing is going to be how many of the quick guys I'm going to have. Like, slow zombies, I basically have no problem dealing with larger groups. But the quick ones are the ones that throw like a wrench into my plans. Spanner in my works, whatever the expression is. Also tree. Trees are actually more dangerous than quick zombies sometimes. There's a lot of dudes on the fields here. Getting some flashbacks to some adventures in the industrial area outside Moldra. So I know we have a 2-story house here. Okay, I need kind of find a place where I can get out the car and start killing. I'm not seeing a good opportunity so far. See, and that's why I usually start on the outskirts of a town and don't drive in the middle of a town and then try to fight from there. Alright, so we have some fields to our back here, which seem to be clear mostly, huh? Yeah. And we have a 2-story house here, which we can use as our base of operations. Alright. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, you can hit multiple behind each other. Love it. Kinda regret not putting the 8-time scope on this thing for some additional range. Also, I was looking through the mod description for the firearms mod here that I'm using, and they retooled or rechanged or remathed the way weapon jamming works. And I know in previous runs that's always been a big complaint of mine, where your weapon will constantly jamming. And so basically, as long as the weapon is above 75% condition, you're basically not seeing any jams. So it's gonna be much rarer to have weapon jams on high condition, but on once it gets lower, weapon jams are actually much more common then. Did I put one magazine back in here? No. I have no idea what the sound range of this weapon is. But yeah, it feels good to start using something different than a pistol or a shotgun. Yeah, starting to get hungry. Oh, I did, by the way. I did live very well in the time I was in base. Got up to 84. So you know we had to go out just for exercise and diet reasons. Also, as much as I don't like it, we gotta go back to dismantling every watch we find, because yeah, it's electrical level 6 is kind of required, both for the solar mods and for the good remote door controller. So we've got a little bit of work to do in that regard. And normally what I do when I play in a modded game is, and I think in the last playthrough I did it, there's the a mod that allows you to craft engine parts from electrical items. I think we have a general idea of the sound range now, okay. And that gives a good amount of electrical XP, but I'm not playing with this mod here, because I wanted to loot the car parts instead of just crafting everything. A little bit of a nervous early reloads here. Was a gem. What is the condition? Is that below 75? That didn't look like below 75%. Alright, so the biggest downside of the Mini 14 is, well, not necessarily of the weapon, but rather for us right now, is that we only had like 10 boxes of that ammo total. So this is going to be a rather short-lived adventure. which is fine. I bought a few long blades, a few short blades. I brought the garden fork for some spearing. We're not gonna run out of weapons here. Yeah, so the other downside of using firearms is corpses are so split up, you know? It's not like a good old... what did I do? What did I just do? Next to dismantle. Wasn't sure what it was doing then. Place item. Okay. So yeah, anyway, finding the individual watches is going to be a little bit more difficult than if you have a nice little pile there. Oh, also you might notice we are, since it's colder now, I'm wearing the long johns and I'm wearing the, what is it, the hoodie and the balaclava to really stay cozy and warm. Let's have a look. Anyone next to that window? No? Alright. Oh, already. Yeah, I said I want to pick up windows, but hey, this might be nice for the armory up top. It's so much duct tape, by the way. It's like 60 rolls or something. Alright, let's secure our temporary base here. And I think shooting around this place should have called in most of the neighbors. Except for that one guy out in the field here. Get your lazy butt over here. Excuse me? Never mind. I'm not asking. Like, you do you. Okay, maybe a little bit too well insulated here. I'm getting unpleasantly hot from a little bit of physical activity. Okay. Hearing zombie breathing inside. I'm not hearing door banging. That's kind of concerning. Yeah, you know, taking on duct tape. Yeah, we have enough at base, but I didn't bring any, and I might have to repair the machetes. Why are you not banging on any door? There we go. Sneaky bugger. Just in case we need to do some tailoring here. Let's pick that stuff up. Always nice to have some extra thread. Let's make sure these things don't have an alarm set. Okay. Get the zombies outside. And then there's, I think, one more door in. I've not checked these two doors. I'm assuming with all the noise I've been making here, but there's nobody here. Oh no, there's actually a broken window. Shame. Did I leave my hammer at home? Of course I did. No, I didn't this time. Alright. So I'm gonna be a responsible survivor here. Even more so than usually. And we're gonna throw some barricades on the windows. Don't see anyone. Just, you know, some basic level as of extra protection. I want to keep the door unbarricaded so we have a second exit. I think. Wish there was a door here. Actually, so one thing, yeah, so I do have a mod that allows me to take doors off their hinges and then bring them back to base. So we don't have to use the crappy self-made doors that you can get, but we could also steal some doors. But I think they weigh 30. So depending on what else we find here on our little trip in terms of alternative cars, maybe a trailer something like that. I might get back to that. Anything else interesting in here? Caviar. Just gonna grab that. I'm gonna throw that probably in the car or something. What's here? Food for tomorrow. And you know what? Paper filters. I think just to avoid any other curious onlookers, we're gonna also lower all the curtains here. Close all the curtains rather. Well, I kind of want to have a look from up here to see what's outside when I wake up in the morning. Right. Fill our canteens. And let's double check that our weapon is fully loaded. That is so weird. When I hover over the powder scoop, it highlights the doors. Sure, game. Whatever you think makes sense. Alright, we're already low on bullets here. I think I have a few spare magazines in the car, so I'm gonna have to check that tomorrow. It's still reasonably early, so I think I'll do some light reading. And then we're gonna call it here. But just as usual, when we get to a new town, I just wanna... Oh, this is all stale. We need to make some salads out of that. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Just want to make sure we survive the first night without any incidents, and there's not going to be a huge horde outside the base, yeah? Looks good to me. Right. I was hoping that one of these houses would have made a suitable base, but there were too many zombies here to get out comfortably, and none of these were two-story houses, which I really prefer, so we're now here. Which is fine. I think we're gonna just push up this road, clear this neighborhood, and then start pushing in here. And I think I want to do a really 2 or 3 days of just zombie killing to clear out this whole area as much as possible. And then we're gonna do the big looting. For now, we're gonna put a cut in here. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.